this is how I want to play, or
Yeah.
kind of emulate some other style?
We had an enormous record collection in my family. I mean, just enormous. And the amount of drummers I could listen to, everything from like Art Blakey to Louis Bellson to Buddy Rich, Joe Morello. So it wasn't a case of, are we short of something? It was, who would you like to listen to? Have you got any ideas? And of course, at the time, I only ever listened to jazz drummers. And I didn't really start listening to rock drummers until much later on, you know. In actual fact, they never wanted me to be a rock musician. They wanted me to either work in one of the shops, but we knew that wasn't going to happen. Or they were very keen on me joining the local orchestra, the Birmingham Symphony Orchestra.
Oh, right.
And I was reasonably happy.
As a percussionist or playing
Yeah.
symphony,
So, you know, I went to the Royal Academy, I went to the Guildhall, I did all of these things.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the end of the day, there's always a calling in one's life where you go, I'd like to be a drummer in a band. That's where I want to be. So I joined a rock group when I think it must have been 14, really.
Well, what was that moment for you? Was it at that point when you said,
I
want to be a rock drummer?
I'll tell you what it
Where
was.
did that happen?
I don't know if a lot of you are old enough to remember Lawrence Welk in this country. So I started off, not with Lawrence, God bless him, but with an orchestra very similar to the Lawrence Welk Orchestra. And I was going to school, I was still at school, obviously, you know, I was like 13. Now I'd learned to read really fast because the grandfather lived in the house with us, professor of music. So I learned to read very quickly indeed. And it was only a case of interpreting the part and making it sound better, which was what I was there for, so I love that. And I got a job in the local ballroom when I was 13, playing 5 nights a week. I think they called it child slavery at the time. But, one night I'd play formation dancing, that's where they all dance together. Another night would be Latin American night. Another night would be a Glenn Miller night. Another night would be a Top of the Pops night, and so on. That's how it went. And I did this for probably about a year, something like that, 9 months. And I had a little gig in a jazz club as well, playing, where my dad had to get a special certificate for me to play in this club because they sold alcohol.
Right.
There might have even been some other activities going on, which I wasn't included in at the time. But anyway, so they got a special certificate, and I could play as long as my dad was always there to take care of me. So I did quite a lot of work. Anyway, one day I picked up the local newspaper, and it said drummer needed for a band, the King Bees in Birmingham. And I thought, that sounds interesting.